We talking D Hopkins. We talking D Hopkins. You heard that right, guys. DeAndre Hopkins has been cut by the Arizona Cardinals. What great news that we literally just now heard. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, I got text, and I didn't even believe it was real, but it's real. What this means is that the Arizona Cardinals rookie general manager got outplayed so hardcore. I mean, I'm not going to say like every general manager played this guy. Obviously, the Bills wanted him. The Chiefs acted like they wanted him to drive up the price. But Brandon Beane, the dude's on top of his game. He said he must have looked at the balance sheet of the Cardinals, predicted the future, what they're actually going to do and what they want to do, and said, nah, you guys are going to cut him. We're not trading nothing for you, nothing to you. But you would think that the Cardinals general manager could have at minimum got a fifth round pick out of it. I mean, something. Dude, a second round pick, get one pick out of it. But he got nothing. So now he's a free agent and can sign anywhere he wants. Oh my God, that's just fucking crazy. I've been on the DeAndre Hopkins bandwagon this entire time. I've got videos about it. I predicted it would happen. I said there was a 70% chance it can happen. That's a close 70%. That's a good call right there, and it can still happen. We've already heard. All right, we know the history already. DeAndre Hopkins on Instagram, on Instagram video, puts a song up where he's rolling in a convertible car, saying with the song and the lyrics on the screen saying, "I'm a Buffalo soldier." Clue number one. Just 2 days ago, he was doing an interview where he listed his top 5 quarterbacks he would want to play for. And goddamn, even as a Bills fan, I mean, I'm not almost not even used to having Josh Allen. Like, I'm still getting used to having a guy like this. But his number one quarterback that he wants to play for is Josh Allen. Then it went Jalen Hurts. Then it went Patrick Mahomes. Then it went Lamar Jackson. Then it went Justin Herbert. And he couldn't even remember Justin Herbert's name. That was just 2 days ago. He said he would he would play for less, redo his contract and play for less to play in Buffalo. Psycho. That's psycho. And he also said in that interview, what I'm looking for, 3 things I'm looking for is I'm looking for a stable franchise, a good general manager. He's been my last 4 years. I've had a new general manager or a new coach each of my last 4 years. So I want a new stable franchise. He said, I want to go somewhere with a solid defensive line and a solid defense because defense wins championships. And then he also said, I want to go somewhere where the quarterback is one among the rest of the players. He takes all the players in and they become one. I want to go with a leader like that. Josh Allen particularly hits that last checkbox. Our defense hits that second checkbox. And Brandon Beane in our franchise is one of the most stable and locked together in the NFL. It's rare that you find a coach and a general manager who are just in sync, buddy, and working basically within the same brand and with the same direction that they want to go with. We check all 3 of those boxes. Next, what's next? Okay, right now, Hopkins is just out there swimming as a free agent. He can go anywhere he wants, anywhere. He already said he'd play in Buffalo for less. He wants to play with Josh Allen, his number one quarterback. There's absolutely no reason that he shouldn't sign with the Buffalo Bills. Zero reason we can't get him and why we shouldn't be able to get him. You know, Brandon Beane is picking up that phone and calling. He's making the phone calls. He probably already has. So they're working on it. They're working on the details. I'm not confirming this as news or anything. This is what I believe based on all of the information I've read, my history with the Bills, how I know the general manager works, their interviews, their press conferences, looking into their body language, their words. Brandon Beane is probably already talking to Deandre Hopkins' agent right now as we speak, or has already done it. In a situation like this, where we know where he wants to go, he wants to go to the Bills. He wants to go to the Bills. Oh, he also said, I want to go to a place somewhere I can get a Super Bowl. We know he wants to go to the Bills. In a situation like this, where he's not trying to get a money grab, he's not trying to leave because he wants to make more money. This is something that Brandon Beane could be pinning up and putting together right now. And I would not be surprised. I think he will sign with the Bills. If he signs with the Bills, it's going to be either today or tomorrow. I'm banking on tomorrow. I'm banking on that he signs with the Buffalo Bills tomorrow. This isn't something that needs to be dragged out. This doesn't need to take a long time. Voluntary offseason OTAs are already underway. He wants to get on the team. He wants to be part of the crew. There's no reason to drag this out. So, y'all, get hyped, get excited, get that energy, that juice, that love, and expect him to go to the Buffalo Bills. There's no reason not to get your hopes up and get excited for it. Because let's just say he doesn't sign with the Bills. Say he signs in 2 to 3 days with somewhere else. Guess what? These next 2 to 3 days where you're hyped that he's coming to Deandre Hopkins coming to the Bills are going to be a great 2 to 3 days. So just live it up. And Deandre Hopkins, for the people saying he's washed, the dude's washed. Okay. You didn't watch one of his games last year. I personally know because I had the guy in fantasy. He was out the first 7 games. But you know what? I picked him up in the 9th round and said, okay, I'll take him in the 9th round. He's sitting on my bench the first 7 games that he's out. I don't care. Plug the dude in. I think it was game 1 back. He had 22 points in fantasy. I think he had 22 targets and about 16 receptions. When you watch DeAndre Hopkins play, just go watch some of his highlights right now just from last year. He can be covered. He can be wide open. But the funnest thing, and Bills fans know this from a personal experience, the funnest thing to watch about DeAndre Hopkins is when he's got 2 guys on him or 1 guy looks like he's covered, all you see is these hands, these arms coming out at you like Black Widow, like bam. The arms are coming out, the hands are catching the ball, and it just looks like he just tied up in a complete mess, and you just see 2 giant hands and some massive arms coming out to snatch the ball and bring it back in like a Black Widow would do. I mean, that's basically what he reminds me of. Like when you watch him and a ball of yarn basically just sticking the freaking hands out and snatching the ball. He played in 9 games last year, had 770 yards, and I don't remember exactly how many touchdowns, maybe 12 touchdowns in 9 games. And that was with Kyler Murray for just a few games when he was on fire, getting me 22 points a game in fantasy. And then he had Colt McCoy come in as his backup and still produce. And at the end of last season, I think like that he was like, fuck it. I think he had like some reason why he didn't play the final 2 games. Not 100% sure on that, but that's understandable. If you have nothing to play for and you got Colt McCoy throwing you the ball, you're trying to take care of your body. You don't want to have an injury like you had it, in previous seasons. You're just like, okay, this season's over. Coach gave up, team gave up, GM gave up. Kyler Murray's out for the rest of the season. Okay, let's pack our bags and get boosted and ready and healthy and prepared for next year. So DeAndre Hopkins, damn sure ain't washed. There's a lot of people out there saying, oh, let's go to the Giants. Let's go to the Chiefs. Let's go to the Patriots. First off, Patriots fans, he's not going Patriots because Bill O'Brien is the Patriots offensive coordinator. And he's the guy who kicked DeAndre Hopkins out of Houston. So he damn sure ain't going there. I just say, guys, put all your lucky horseshoes, your lucky rabbit's feet into the basket of DeAndre Hopkins. Be happy and rejoice that the dude was cut today. So we ain't losing no picks. He wants to play for Buffalo, said he'd play for Buffalo, renegotiate his contract, and play here for less. Wants to play with Josh Allen as number 1 quarterback. Wants to play with somewhere with a great championship-winning defense and a stable organization of a place that can win a Super Bowl. He checks all of those boxes. We check all of those boxes. So get hyped, Bills fans, and expect DeAndre Hopkins to sign. I'm calling it today or tomorrow. Woo! All right, y'all. Had to do this video. It's been so much fun hanging out with you and talking DeAndre Hopkins with the best fan base in the NFL, Bills Mafia. All right, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you do that, all I know is I'm going to finish off with this. I want y'all to have a great, beautiful day today. Go Bills.